Good morning, wherever you are. Good day. If you are in Liberia and you got children, listen to me very well. Send your children to school. I'm serious. Send your children to school. If you got to beat them, if you got to beat them till you don't know how to beat them again, beat them. Let them go to school. School is very important. Majority of the people you see following George Weah now, if they had gone to school, they will not allow themselves. But it is my duty every day to come here and prove to you that the people you see making jobo behind George Weah, they and George Weah are not different. Not cool. Like, I look at one fool this afternoon who told me for the day, Fahngon, I will never call you again. I will just follow you. Why you have to follow me? Don't follow me. Do you know what is 50 billion? With B. Have you ever seen Liberia talk about billion? Igbo math in Eton. Igbo math in Eton. When even with 5 billion, America stretched their eye like this. I was in the government. You know what they call 50 billion? With for B. Your whole country budget for the year, Samuel Tued and fooling you to 780 million. Your country since 1847 cancel debt or bring debt back is 200 years old. Why you let me even start this podcast like this? Why you even let me start it? I didn't want to start it like this. I want to start from where I will take care of business and then I come to teach you. They jump behind George Weah. That's why I want a show. So I can bring some of these idiots, put them down in front of me and say, through what process does Green Plains make food? Liberians, beat your children so they can go to school. Beat your children so they can go to school. Beat them. Say, Fahngon say, I should beat you. I'm going to break your bone, bust your eye, hear you. But I'm going to beat you like how a man being for him to go to school. So let me lay the premise for my debate today. It's the same nonsense they put in the chat room talking about Omega Navigational Tower. It's obsolete. If nobody using that thing again, nobody got to build tower. Hey, beat your children. Beat your children. Beat them. Beat them. Beat them. Beat them. Let them go to school. Beat them like market dog. Let them go to school. So let's start the basis. The first thing they went around, they said, you tell the post the man say you go to jail. I came to America 2002, 2003. I didn't go back to Liberia until 2018, February 13. You won't tell me I don't know the difference between FBI and CIA? One of my degrees, one of my associate degree, not my bachelor or any other degree, but one of my associate degree is in social work. I know the difference between prison and jail. That only in Liberia when you put somebody behind iron bar, they say you put a person in jail. There's a difference between the two. Jail is a temporary holding area. A prison is your sentencing area. You always can your the people who behind beat your children, beat them every day, let them go to school. Beat them like how my mom beat me. Beat them good. Don't bust their eye. Beat them, let them go to school. Oh, and you say they put you, we are in jail. No. Did I say that? No. But I always answer where your president is. Because you say you ain't know. Here is what happened. Here are the facts. Share the video. Share the video. Don't make me stop. Share the video. Let's not do it. Share the video. Go to the Executive Mansion website. Go to Executive Mansion website. When you move from here, go there. Go there, let them tell you, President Weah and entourage. President Weah and entourage. And on the date yet, March 20th, President Weah and entourage enter. President Weah left the country on March 17th. On his way to the UAE, what I told you, I said the party. Was that not the English I used? The party. He said that right in Ghana. They took a charter flight. The plane, charter plane, brought them straight here. Yet and yet arriving. You leave the country on the 17th. You're not really American until on the 20th. Why did they put in? He wanted to go and close. All the people who saying low volume, increase your volume. Please, I beg you. On the highest volume. Okay? He arrived in America on the 20th. What did Weah win over there to Dubai? How many days Weah stay here? Send your children to school. Send your children to school. According to the Executive Mansion website, March 20th. Yeah, area. Me when I show proof. Here is the 17th. I show my proof. You see the March 17th right here. Yeah, area. March 17th. Let's say what it says. President Weah departs for the UAE and USA. President Weah departs for the UAE. They put UAE first. In communication, we believe you are going to the UAE and then you go to the USA. But the party, so you have to say that in Ghana. He did not arrive until the 20th. You see the first BMSP? Secondly, they said, the President, His Excellency George Weah, has left the country for international engagements in the United States of America and the United Arab Emirates. All the international engagements that who all he engaged. Send your children to school. And if they don't go, beat them like market dog. It's killing our country. They went on Dr. Weah left Liberia via the Rabos International Airport. Where do you expect him to pass through? Where do you expect him to pass through? The Freeport? Let's go on. As part of his engagements, the Liberian leader will meet with key United Arab Emirates and U.S. government officials, Liberia's development partners, and would-be investors. Say he left Liberia, who all he meet with? Who all he met with? Send your children to school. I will not warn you again. Send your children to school. Beat them like market dog. Let somebody can arrest me for saying it. Because if my mom had not beat me like market dog, I will not have this thing here today. Mothers, listen to me. Send your children to school. The war affected so many people and their children. Today, they don't even know how many millions make a billion. They can just talk. Send your children to school. Listen to this. Your president, they say he will meet with leaders. How many people the president will meet with other than the CIA headquarters? In America, you meet with anybody, it's an open information. They don't hide it. It's news. It is the law. Who did you meet with in the America? Yeah, who meet? You met with investor here? You met with leaders here in America? You even hold meeting with your own ambassador? Send your children to school. Send your children to school. Now, when you left from here, on your way back, you went to UAE. You went to UAE, you said you are going to meet leaders. As president of our country, you are supposed to be met on arrival. You are supposed to be met on arrival in UAE. Anybody saw anybody meet you like president? Because the people will know how you came in the picture center or on the iron, how they brought you in. But UAE again, how did they receive you? Who were the leaders you met? Nobody. You didn't meet a damn soul. You met company people. And how did you people do it? That was part of the reason why you stay. After the whole CIA thing. 12 ran ahead of you to go put something together. How do I know? 12 know I know. When 12 were there before you, I know. Put in the arrangement so you can at least come home with something. And you're so stupid. So let's go back to actually what happened. You're wait. If you go on that page, that page, nothing else there. You will just see executive mansion info. 4 days ago was the last post. 4 days ago was the last post. Because it is our official page. So they had to put it through the mumu picking in. All the small children in. That mumu picking in. Where can people to pay? To tell you 50 billion. Have Liberia ever signed 10 billion before? The PM story must end. Now, let's go to what they say they signed for. Don't worry, I will read it to you. Then I will break it down to you. Y'all wait for me. Beat your children. All of y'all woke up this morning, this is what you guys saw. Liberia to benefit from $50 billion UAE Blue Carbon Initiative. Liberia to benefit from $50 billion UAE. Your whole country, from the time it was established, today the debt reached 1 billion. They reduce it. Even everything we not do over the last 20 years, we stay to 1.2 billion. But you and UAE coming to 50 billion. But the money does not matter. I will continue to advertise. Beat your children. Let them go to school. You know how many million? Major 1 billion. You know how many million? Major 1 billion. Your whole country budget for the next 10 years will be 10 billion. The next 20 years will be 20 billion. If at all, even we work to pass the 800 million mark. Beat your children. Let them go to school. We're now to 800 million here. So we reach 1 billion. So it will take us 50 years to get 50 billion. All will die. Send your children to school. But forget about the money. The money is not important. Let's find out what the money is for. Liberia is to benefit from the United Arab Emirates 50 billion carbon initiative as a result of the visit of His Excellency George Weah. Was it a result of his visit? Was he invited to UAE? Did they invite him? Did you see the Emirate receiving him? Did you see honor God? Did you watch his arrival in the UAE as a state visit? Did he meet with the leaders? Is that a visit? Beat your children. Beat them, let them go to school. Second part. A memorandum of understanding, MOU, to implement carbon removal projects in the forestry sector in Liberia has been signed under Article 6 of the 2015 Paris Agreement. Now, that's Paris Agreement, right? Article 6 of the Paris Agreement. This is an MOU, which is a memorandum of understanding. Meaning we get, you and myself, we get understanding. Liberia, do we go by understanding or we go by law? We go by law. And the agreement must be signed. Then the agreement must go to the Senate to be rectified. Liberia does not operate on MOU. Beat your children. Send them to school. Beat them like market door. Let them go to school. It is killing us. It is killing us. Yeah, they say, under the Paris Agreement, read Article 2 of the Liberian Constitution. Oh, my book now, yeah. No treaty. Nothing whatsoever that contravenes our Constitution. Anything to the contrary of our Constitution is considered null and void. Are you mad? Beat your children. Beat them. I will still come to the important part of it. This is all I want, another important part. If you leave, you will not get the important part. The important part is not all the nonsense I'm reading. It says, which represent an important step towards promoting sustainable forest management. Sustainable forest management. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Can you guys just go and Google it? When was the last time you decided that there were some endangered species of plants in our forests that you needed to protect? Even the animal species. Do you know what the forest is? And do you know what the atmosphere is? To sustain our forests, you're talking about carbon extraction, then you talk about forest management. That's why you write stupid thing all the time. And that long thing, I bet, y'all go to Eugene L. If he tell you how to work and write, anywhere you see me, don't believe me. He write long and stupid thing. Then he say, oh, promoting sustainable forest management and fighting climate change across Liberia. Every time you hear America talk, they talk about what? Emission. right? Emission. The other fool start talking about the climate. That's not the important part. I mean, about the forest. That's not the important part. The forest is a part of it. And climate change will affect the forest. But you're talking about forest management. We're talking about climate change. And what was the Paris summit about? That forest management idiot. The important milestone MOU, he called it milestone, Memorandum of Understanding. No agreement, send your children to school. Beat them like market dog. With President Weah advocacy. That President Weah advocate for the 50 billion. At COP26 in Glasgow, what was the total amount? Glasgow, that's Scotland. That the place where he stayed behind 1 week. And Stanton said he was weapon table. He finished with the Paris in France. He gone to Glasgow. Idiot. Now, and the COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, for underdeveloped countries like Liberia, whose emission, and yeah, what I said, God be my witness, I never read it. He's talking about emission now. Whose emission rates are very low to be highly supported by the industrialized nation, whose emission rates are very high. Our emission rate is very low. If Samuel Tuer has sense, if he was not as stupid as he is, he will not write such a thing. Because there is a reason why our emission rate is low and the industrialized country rate is high. They develop all the citizens with a BB skyscraper. We got all our green forests, our green tree, everything around. We not get BB skyscraper. We not get industry then putting smoke in the air. So let's come back to the crux of what I'm trying to tell you. When I was in the 4th grade, if anybody here can bear me witness, give me a thumbs up. Green plants make their food by what? Photosynthesis. That's not beating against us. How do green plants make food? They make food by photosynthesis. Using what? Chlorophyll. That's small beating. Yaga. Hey. Mama, you somewhere sitting down eating your very old 83. Thank you for beating me like market dog to go to school. Thank you. Thank you for beating me like market dog to go to school. And if you get any child, hug them with love. The process is called photosynthesis. They use sunlight, Amy. Now, green plants gave off what? They gave off what? Oxygen. That's what we breathe. And then we give what? Carbon dioxide. We take in oxygen from our green plants. And we put out the carbon dioxide. We take oxygen. We put carbon dioxide. We've been in tune with our environment. We've been in terms with our environment. We and our planet, we've been living. We are okay. You got nothing. You got nothing to bring from your CIA headquarters. You arrange quick meeting in UAE. You jump there. You got nothing to bring to Liberians. You went to UAE. You can make flakajet paper for carbon. All of Liberia. Put 50 billion there. Put 50 billion. Put 50 billion. You know what they call 50 billion? Kwasiasan. You know money. You know money? Your whole country is 200 years old. From the day it was established to today. Your total debt, where you now borrow your or the whole country debt, is just 1.2 billion. Your country budget, that the first time you carry somewhere for it to even reach 700 million, it not even reach 1 billion. Idiots. Talking about you sign MOU. Not agreement. Not agreement. Understanding between you and myself for 50 billion. When is the MOU supposed to take effect? How is it supposed to be considered? Where is it supposed to operate? Who's the company doing it? He put all kind of things here. According to you, you say, Blue Carbon will be responsible under the MOU to conduct feasibility studies, secure respective accreditations of the cooperation framework, and create the right structure. Hold on. It's a memorandum of understanding. So they will be responsible under the MOU to conduct feasibility studies. Says who? Who gave you that right? Have you talked to the legislature? But no. When will the feasibility studies begin? It's 6 months to election. Are you mad? Or your signature fee that you eat there made your tongue heavy? Your signature fee that you ate made your tongue heavy. They will bother with us. They will see us. 2, you said, secure respective accreditation of the cooperation framework. Oh, they didn't secure that 1 year. They will secure accreditation of the cooperation framework. From who? When? Where? Who drawing up the framework? Excuse me? Send your children to school. Beat them like market door. And create the right structure. Oh, they will create the right structure. Oh, we're looking like Mumu, eh? They will create the right structure. They didn't create it before you go sign MOU. You can't tell anything about it, but they just sign. We're looking like stupid people. Beat your children. Let them go to school. Beat them. Listen to this, oh. The company will also promote and engage the local communities. Oh, did you tell the local communities that we know anything about it? Oh, they will promote and engage the local communities. Where? Where? Which one of the local communities? Which county they're going in? Beat your children like market door. Let them go to school. For enhancing forestry initiative, and is to create synergies and identify projects for COP28. They will come in our country where we live in and come and identify projects for us that we don't know what we want. We look like stupid people to you too. Because you can bring $100 million worth for drugs that the American people got to point. While they on their way to the embassy, you bring $40 million worth. Or because almost 7 auditors then can die on your watch, nothing can order it. Or because arms can come into the country, we can't even hear news about it again. Or because the $25 million mop-up you talk about told me that only 17.5 the two now can or you're dirty. The 16 billion, the excess amount that were printed, for which you two have said, the president, he made an announcement that the $25 million mop-up was to mop up excess liquidity. That excess liquidity, we never saw it, or you think we jump the real case coming out. You ain't hear nothing yet. You guys are so fake. Finance Development Planning Minister Samuel D. Twell, in remarks, welcomed the signing of the MOU and expressed his appreciation, noting that he is confident that the collaboration will benefit Liberia. Then you put to the end of your own press release, it will help them. No, that you, it will help. That we are, it will help them. It will help. Let them come first. Then it will help. You can't win election for before it will help. You can't talk about 50 billion. You better go and explain to the people what they do to your year. Go and explain to the Liberian people what happened to your year. You think that 50 billion will fall our arbor? You think we know what they call emission? You think we know what they call blue carbon? In fact, you wait. You go to Google. Everybody from here, go to Google. Type in BLUE carbon. It will pop up. Boom. Just go down. And you see the green plants and things there? And you see that? That all your own can we can breathe good in our own country. You're not sell everything. Even the damn dust, the iron ore, them all you're not selling. Look at Bomi Bapolu and Cape Mahal with suffering. You take the gold and give it to the Turkish people. Then you put cyanide in the water for the Cape Mahal people to drink it and die. We didn't show the video. Don't we have the video? We didn't show it. Idiot. Yeah, right. When you come down, they will say, what is meant by blue carbon? On your Google, just touch it like this. It will tell you blue carbon is simply the term. That's a term, it's simply the term for carbon captured. Carbon that is captured from the world's ocean and coastal ecosystem. You won't capture our carbon and give it to Arab people and tell us about 50 billion that your pa and mine see before. Your great-grandma, the whole damn country, not even see it. You think our hair will swallow? You think our hair will swallow? Saint Joseph drinking right town. Your man and your pa, you enjoy Weah. I'm not insulting them. I'm speaking truth. It is not an insult. Your man and your pa, your great-grandma, the entire country, my grandfather, my grandmother, my ma, have we seen 50 billion? Even today, from the founding of our fathers to you and myself, mother and father, our whole country, we only owe 1.2 billion. You can't say you want to suck our whole carbon and capture it from us. They must capture it from us for 50 billion. You not see 50 billion? Your whole country currency. Now how much billion? Idiot. Send your children to school. Send your children to school. Beat them. Say Fahngon say we should beat them like market dog. Yeah, you can catch me. You tell the American people, say the men say, beat our children like market dog. Then they will go arrest Bill Clinton. Because he the one I took it from. When he said, Ellen, beat your Weah like market dog. They're taking all the people minerals then, cutting all the tree then down in Bapolu. That went for your girl, you and Weah. You took our iron ore out of booming. You can't get all one job. 14 million, you wave it. That went for your BB stomach. Eh? I see don't meet up. You eat a Nima people, then Bon County and Plaza people money. For 5 years. Since the company started, that your first time giving those people 1.5 million. Your BB stomach, you ain't satisfied? You go pass somewhere and sign MOU, thinking say you can turn our head. You and I know they can never vote in our country unless we have an agreement through the legislature. And you know 6 months to election, it will never happen. You can't bring Vla. You think you smart? You're not smart, you're stupid. Come and explain your CIA team. Then you pay all the newspaper the money in the country. I say, to tell the Liberian people that Liberia benefited from the president's visit. I can tell all the newspaper, all of you, most of them are my friends, shame on you. A big shame on all the newspaper that carried that stupid headline this morning. It's an MOU, number one. Number two, you don't take what to write. You write for the Liberian people. And I'm saying it because I'm not angry. I just think you guys should show that you guys are educated. Not be sucking up to Samuel to a stupid thing. Without doing due diligence. To even Google it. Yeah. Just Google what blue carbon is. Then you will know how to make your hairline. But all of you carry almost the same hairline. Samuel too, I just making everybody look like stupid. What's the intent? To take away the people's focus from a whole CIA trip here. That's what you want to do? Come to me. I will teach you. It's called distractionary tactics. You are a fool. I don't care how the president was down. There was a technique. He entered UAE. He refused to meet the Liberian community. They came to welcome him. He ran away and refused for them to even come in the hotel. He did not even come outside to wave to them. Amen. Even if you down, don't let them go. Bro, it's called the optics. It's called the optics. You are a fool, mumu. You're going back to Ghana again. Nothing. Nobody wants to see you guys. Nobody happy with what you guys are doing. Nonsense. No, the solar power that you see that half can inside. Let me tell you a secret. When you doing this thing, your mouth can get dry. Sometimes the water too can help you now. That the soda can cause the sugar to go into the gland, and then your pituitary glands will start pumping salivary glands, you know, and then you know, you guys are almost like selling the country. You took our iron ore and gave it to the Indian people. The Indian people came with only 6 people. Then you told all they post spend 212 million in the country without even taking one show. Who is telling that stupid lie to? Where is the 212 million that they spent? That other one way he lived Jerry my own, but people are my own. That's my own brother. My own brother, like Edwin Snow. You can hear him talking this time. We went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court people say, oh, y'all go down to the lower court. Everybody say, oh, Fahngon, don't let it go. Y'all go down to the lower court. Supreme Court. We're talking about millions. And we're talking about billions if they steal it. You tell us we should go down to a small court, which is almost the size of a claims court. That's where we should go start from. I already know what happening. But we will wait. Our day shall come. Our day will come. Justice delay is not justice denied, in my opinion. It is only a matter of time. And one of my degrees is in religion and philosophy. That's why nobody can tell me, say, poverty is a disgrace. Or you look at me and tell me, say, oh, what God cannot do does not exist. It depends on your God. Me and you ain't get the same God. Your God different from my God. Okay? And I know what my God cannot do. But it exists. My God will not rape a 1-year-old child. But the rape of the 1-year-old child exists. Your God can do it, not my God. Then look at me. Justice delay is justice denied. Denied means you will not have it. Justice delay is not justice denied in my book. Justice delay, as a philosopher, is justice delayed, not denied. We will get it. Yeah, so many friends care for me. They say, drink Coke Zero. Sometimes, oh bro, we'll lecture. Can you my inbox? I'll lecture you. See, D. Queter, you can't talk about that King Jew in the soda can. Oh, I see. Una wishra no wishra. So if you're telling me that King Juin is soda can, then mean you want the same thing. That means you know about something. Like play it for your own. Okay? Amy said we need Swiss allowance in the mouth. Amy, I know what you want to talk. You must say not going around. You your mind about. Okay, so you see, now that they have failed from 2017, not from 2017, from March 17, here is my finger. From March 17, you left the country on the 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, I go on to the other hand, 23, 24, 25 was Saturday, 26 was Sunday, 27 is today the Monday. You have left the country for 11 days. You out of the country. 11 days out of your country. To can't tell us say you bring $50 billion project to can't suck our carbon. Yeah. That's all you got to tell us. All the people you are meeting, we didn't see one. All the investors that you are meeting in America, we didn't see one. All the places you are going to in America, we did not see one. Everything that you did in America, we did not see one, no one, even yeah one. 11 days. It should tell America that Liberians want peace. Or else we should be going to the airport. You should go to check the 22,000 for the because I know you'll come back tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I know you. You will come back tomorrow. So the 2,000 are for the one day. The other 22,000, we're collecting it from you to the airport. There's big BMSP. You need to get us that money back. Nothing we not see for it. Nothing. It was not a state visit in any one of the countries. You did not meet anybody. And the scam thing you brought to us, that nonsense. He get a 20,000 back right to the airport. Because why? The 22,000, the reason why I think you should pay the money back is under our laws, you are given per diem, you pay, your hotel is paid for, your feeding, but it's 2,000 incidental per day. Incidental means if something occur or something you want to do or something, it's 2,000 per day. You didn't use it, you didn't do nothing with it. Get the money back. Nothing. You can't nothing. Get the money back. When you come back, get it. Yeah, it's the 22,000. There were no incidental because my fear was Fahngon. I was there. My people were crying. We didn't go off. Here is the 22,000 back. The only place I went to, that UAE. Okay, you went to UAE. Who son? That you son, did you have to go to UAE to talk about our carbon that you know nothing about? To go talk to company? And guess who do the UAE thing? Beat your children to go to school. ELFahngon said, beat your children. Who were there with you in UAE? Was it Wilson Tapper? Wilson Tapper, the EPA man, sitting down in Montreal eating fufu with Pambodo. You Samuel Tuai, who know, who's supposed to know, who know about money business. You out there talking about you sign agreement. What do you know about climate change? Overlapping of function, usurpation of function, that all you guys do. Just to steal. You're not supposed to be signing agreement for climate change or climate-related conditional work. You're not an expert. You don't know a damn thing. What do you know about blue carbon that you must go sign agreement? Why did you even sign it? Why was the president even there? Why? Why? The message, my viewership is 1.1, even though right now it's 1.2. So the hackers then will hack my account to get my viewership. Then you don't know me. We planted in the business when I was the only one in the business. Go check my account. Go back to my videos. 1.2, that small number. Please. And so today, we are here. They got nothing to take back home. So they bring in the story of 50 billion. From the time your country was established, it never signed $10 billion contract before. Before I say 20, before I say 30, before I say 40, before I say 50. Your country is 200 years old. All of its debt combined, the one erased, the one they accumulated, is up to 1.2 billion. Before B. Your country budget is the first time it ever passed 600 million is this year. Which is a little over half a billion. A little over half a billion. I told Weah before. I said, you see, 12 will fool you until one day you will pee on yourself in front of your wife. And then when your wife asks you what's that, you will say it is the conditional watery substance from the ecosystem that has evaporated beneath my testicles. You'll be talking nonsense before you finish peeing on yourself. Every day he will use you, but he will never allow you to ask him the difficult questions. Okay? He will not allow you. One day, 12 will look at you in the midst of people and say, quoted and say, the etymological species of identical plumage conjugates in one proximity. And then let them clap for you and you clap for yourself. By the time you finish, you will be standing in the middle of Boko Haram or Hezbollah or some wicked terrorist group when you make such a stupid statement only because you want to be when you are not. You will be standing in the middle of Boko Haram. And he says, say, and you will tell the Americans the etymological species of identical plume, P-L-U-M-E, conjugates in one proximity. And I had to just pump it from right in the middle there. Now knowing you telling the people, say, birds of the same feather flock together. And they will just pump you. Wow! You'll be saying that, oh, I know I'm dying now. At 12 I'm going to say, all we together. Birds of the same feather flock together. Oh, that why me? But they may not tell me. They may just say, I'm going to say, the etymological species. Meaning one group of species. Etymological species of identical plume. Identical plume, meaning the same color, P-L-U-M-E. Conjugates, meaning they come together in one proximity, in the same area. But you'll be standing there. In the center of Boko Haram. Talking that kind of nonsense. That's what he did now. Climate change people not there. But you go sign MOU for 50 billion. 6 months to election. Don't know anything. Red garbage. Feasibility study this, that. Who going to look at that in election time? Nonsense. Nonsense. Emberville, Johnson City, Emberville, Manchobo, Clawede. You know, and so why it may sound funny, it's true. You will be standing there. 12 will tell you one day. Tell the people that you don't subscribe to fill up progenitiveness. You go stand there. Ah, Germany we are. Fuck I don't subscribe to fill up progenitiveness. Everybody clap for you. Now I know you don't believe in love handed down from parents to the children. You don't believe it. But you just won't speak the book. And that's what they now do. They have already done to you today. You know that they put them are coming to suck your carbon? Eh? Do you know? Yeah, it's to capture it. And the reason why people in the desert, even here, the green plants, they gave us the oxygen we breathe. Then we put our carbon dioxide. And they need the carbon dioxide, we need the oxygen. You see the exchange? They need the carbon dioxide. We need the oxygen. But if they capture it, like how it is in the industrialized nations, and they're suffering now today, then what become of us? Then so now you're sitting and you say, oh, they put him with holy paper by his nose. No, you probably just hold you all over the floor. If you had a good manager, what would the manager do? The way you came here, the CIA then jobo you around, good. As soon as they were finished with you, you're supposed to hold big town hall meeting right away. In the DMV. But the other moped empire, the last time you bought 100,000, they eat it for nothing. And you know it, Mr. President. Who are in charge? Well, Piso. Piso said, "Une get 40." The other one they call Weah Marco Gamer. They go check in night alarm. Then he can't answer. He checked out the other one. The other put in there went there for nothing. I'm a sedition. I know what happened. You can't tell me funny thing. And the people are going to ask you, what happened? Don't lie to them. Then I'm not a perfect leader. There were lots of things that happened under my watch that wasn't pleasing to the U.S. government. And there were lots of things that went on that should not have happened. And there are lots of opportunities for us to build on our relationship. And what I'm committed to doing is having reviewed or having witnessed or saw what they wanted me to see. And now that I'm knowledgeable about what they want me to know, I think we need to come together as a country and attack the problem and solve it. And I can assure you, America's being one of our greatest partners. We will not do anything to hurt America. So I'm returning to the country to take the necessary actions to resolve the issue with immediate effect. Yeah, people will clap for you. You don't need to lie. There's a way you can put it. But if me, knowing what I know today, and you want to enjoy your Timothy and hang out with your Timothy, you better go throw those people thing down and leave it. You ain't able it. It's just a fact. You ain't able it. You don't know nothing that's going on around you. Just go put it down easy and walk away. Walk away. It's not they're not football. It's not your team. Meaning, I'm saying that it's not football. Leave it in your area. You try. Just say I try. You able it. It's too big for you. Put it down. That's all I got to say, man. That's all I got to say. 6 months for election. Then you had a 50 billion. You expect people to do what? Send your auxiliary them to the airport. And when they reach there, they tell them, say, y'all please go Google blue carbon. And y'all look at our release. Please. And let me see the sensible one who will see blue carbon and go straight to the airport for you. Idiot. 50 billion. You ever get 10 billion before? Naked Ibu Math and Eton D. If all of you are old enough to know, Ibu Math and Eton our 100 billion to build all the road and our 100 billion. 1 billion. Then he didn't let him spark it. The way they run behind, he throw everything like he ran to the old mansion and go sit down there. Foreign affairs. He was sweating like cow. Then that 50 billion. They even Washington said the boy looking at you like that. American boy looking at you. He said, look at him. He gone to the Arab people again to bring them to our beautiful little Liberia that we bought with our own money. That country where we spent to buy it. He now go to the Arab people. If he with the Russian people, he go to the Arab people again. Okay. Those people saying that someone else saying that this boy is just ignorant. Can't he understand that this is our land? Can this boy not see that in his own constitution, our name mentioned on the first page, American Colonization Society? He's still going all around taking people and bringing them to our area. He see us going to the people area and doing funny things. He can't understand. But Uncle Sam, it's your fault. You're supposed to hold him one time. You're supposed to hold him. You going to take Arapo. As if to say Uncle Sam who get it then. He need it. And he know how to catch it. Uncle Sam the Arapo who need it more. Then they talk about Russian people being staying lane. You go to the Arapo and say you can capture it and carry it. Okay. Okay, Papa. I don't blame you. You go there. Why you sign the MOU yourself? Why you let 12 sign it? Why? I would take 3 questions from here. Any question you want to ask me. Any first 3 questions that come. If Liberia is US land, why do you have to get visa to come here? Atlanta, it's a very beautiful question. Let me tell you why you need visa to go to Liberia. Because the government in power, nothing but a bunch of super crooks. Let me put it that way. Yeah, they finish passing the law. Once a Liberian is always Liberian. And our George Weah can say, squeeze. Because Atlanta, the guy you see, Atlanta King, my picking, I know him. He all name is squeeze. They can say once a Liberian is always a Liberian. You ever see American people looking for visa to come home? From the day that law was passed and it became law, no Liberian should pay visa fees to go. But you know what they can say? Oh, because you get an American passport. Then they make it difficult for them to get you the Liberian passport. So instead of applying for visa, you ought to apply for your laissez-passer. That's why you need to apply for the embassy here. By the time they won't get you out, he said once a Liberian is always a Liberian. So yes, I get US passport, but I'm a Liberian. I'm not using visa. Please issue me my laissez-passer. I won't go to my country. And let's see what they will say. Anyway, running beyond cost for laissez-passer, once a Liberian is always a Liberian, the law has passed. And according to the Supreme Court ruling, unless somebody challenges your citizenship, you are a citizen. Tawazu, what's the new way forward, sir? What do you mean new way forward? You gotta put some juice to it. In terms of what? That's a good question, but in terms of what? What's the new way forward? Only girl that you approach, she said no. Toa, I know that maybe that I see Toa the boyfriend would no just put some juice to him, man. So when the man coming back to like bro, I know sir when he coming back, almost 12 days. 12 days now, he see a own country. We see we mean nothing. Let me get a 2,000 incidental a day that all me are asking for. Please give the money back. You didn't use it. Will we have an interim government? That's the only option remaining for Liberia right now. And your question is legit. If the US and other countries does not give Liberia an interim arrangement, I fear we'll go into a crisis deeper than what they anticipate. Because 6 months to election and nothing is ready. Nothing. Now they're thinking about bringing Ghanaians. Let them bring it. Let us see them even coming. Do you think the US will react to the deal? Who told you they will waste their time? Is it a deal? As a memorandum of understanding, it ain't even start as America will not even waste their time. They will wait for a year, a Kalabule man. They go and sit down. What they will do? Nothing. Black Duke. How is Salimatu see the other witchcraft? See the other witchcraft. Black Duke. That Black Duke, I know where you're up to. Me and Salimatu team, you get no fish to fry in our oil. Cheche pole. I know. Go find and sit down. What do you think about the closing argument? Very good question. What do you think about the closing argument? What was the opening argument? If I know what the opening argument was, we'll go down to the closing argument. But if you don't know what the opening argument is, how can you get to the closing arguments? Whenever you go to court, there is a complainant and a defendant. And then the prosecutor is there. The prosecutor does the opening argument. When the case goes through, you listen to all sides, then you come up with a closing argument. Until you give me the opening argument, I cannot give you the closing argument. I don't have a thought. I don't think it exists. Are you dating Salimatu? No. That's just something we do on the show. Everybody. You're teaming me and Salimatu? Yeah, that's something we do on the show. There's nothing. I don't even know where she lives. She doesn't even know where I live. We don't have it like that. We don't, no. But we do it to keep the show a little bit lively so that we all are not tight and like we still, no. We just create some light moments for you guys, but nothing like that. What's the way forward for Liberia? What do you think we do next for what we're headed as a nation? That's why I said this government cannot move on. An interim government needs to be set up and everybody start the process with the census, the demarcation, and all of that stuff. How is Agent 2? I'm not his spokesperson. I don't know. What I think will happen in 2023, we're in 2023. Stable time. You think the opening argument was that it betrayed the CEO, but that's an action, not an opening argument. But you got a case there too. Has the case court ruled on Billiton versus LP? Not to my knowledge. When will you go back to Liberia? As soon as possible. Who do you prefer as running mate to JMB? It's not my preference. It is his prerogative. Does Weah have any understanding of running a government? No, he doesn't. He had help and he blew them all up. Will you vote? We don't know. The future is always there. Oh, everybody want to know. What party are you heading to, Mr. No. I prefer to remain an independent and I will affiliate or associate. Helen Brown, I really love for you to come to UP. Talk to me. Eugene Sherry, you think the coalition will hold? No. The coalition is already broken. And I will tell you later on. Do you think Weah will step down? I don't know, but I think the best thing for him to do is to step down. Very well, Mr. Fahngon. You are telling us the truth. I just got back from Liberia. I was there from February 15 to March 17, Mr. Fahngon. You are telling us the truth about what is going on in Liberia. Thank you for being a witness to that. Thank you. Are you going to publicly declare your support for any of those presidential candidates? When the time comes, yes, it's my right and I will do it. Towa, why are you coming to register? Towa, inbox me, I will tell you, so you can pick me up. Please come to UP. I may consider. What happened with the alliance you talk about? It's still in its formative stages. The opening argument, if they wanted you to leave the show. Oh, yeah, that's what they wanted. But that's an argument they did not win. So how can they have a closing argument? Do you think Weah will step down? I think he should. Are you going to Liberia to register? Answer that. Will this country ever get better? Yeah, I think it would. What do you think about Josephine Dewey running against Yeke? It's all right. And I think she can go and hit him up a little bit. But as it stands right now, That's a huge challenge for her. Because she's carrying, if it was just her alone, it would be different. But as long as that CDC logo is on her back, she has to do 3 times more work than Yeke has to do. Will you run for president? If I had the money and the security that comes with it, I could consider that. If there's nothing to be said, I beg to leave. I respectfully submit. One of the lawyers say, Ruth Bible Spengba, she said, if there's nothing much to be said, I beg to leave. I respectfully submit. Submission granted. You may leave. What are your thoughts about what's happening on Oro? I think what's happening on Oro is induced by the ruling party. I think they are the one propagating the violence. And if they don't stop, if it spreads, then they will be at a disadvantage. Because right now they think they're up there, but it's difficult. Vivian Eastman, you have the right answers for the right questions and opinion. I'm sticking to it. Thank you. Where are we when it comes to the guns that were discovered? We're nowhere. The government told us that they're working with the foreign partners, and we have not heard anything since. Just like the drugs, just like the $100 million worth of drugs, $40 million worth of drugs, and so forth. They never gave you any conclusion. They just leave you hanging. Is Jim's banning suspension a reality or a myth? Both. It's a reality because they wrote it. It's a myth because you don't be in court and be taking action. He's in court as the chairman of the party. So the court recognizes him as chairman and the court is proceeding. You cannot go beyond the court now and remove him. The case has to end. So that's stupid. Any chance of election this October? I hope so, but I don't think so. You will be on Spoon tonight? I definitely will. What's stopping me? Chief, you need to come and support the opposition community. Well, let's see what they have to offer. Not in terms of money or anything, but don't give me a candidate that will not be a winning candidate. Then you know I'm not going to waste my time. I don't want money, but don't do that. You do that, then I should come and talk for witchcraft. You go tell witchcraft to be your VP, then you say I will talk. I don't talk. I don't waste my time. And that's true. Will we have, answer that. Andrew Weah, honestly, I fear your propaganda. Why should you? It comes with a lot of facts, and that's why you are afraid, but I don't think you should. What's going on with Langley invitee now? Oh, he coming back with some kind of 50 billion story. That's what's going on with Langley invitee. 50 billion carbon capturing project under an MOU. Let me hear my yeah. The accident happened. He was very sorry for what happened. I think the president spoke his mind. He was sad by it, and that should be enough. Who is your winning candidate, Odama? Who you want to know? Where are you winning candidate? How is your boss Witherspoon case? Witherspoon is not my boss. I am a panelist, number one. Number two, he stepped down as CEO, so he cannot be. Even if I was working with them, I'm not working for the entity. I'm just contributing. But Costa and JMB ticket is the best. You are entitled to your opinion. Anybody takes that away from you, let me know. I'll fight them. Who do you prefer as VP to JMP? It depends who you will pick. Right now, we don't know, so I can't come up to say anything. Will you meet JMB personally if you think you will support him? Why not? He's like an uncle to everybody. And even if I was not supporting him or will not support him, I should meet him as a young man. He has a lot to offer me. Why is it all the young girls in the CDC government can show their boyfriend on the internet? My brother, I won't part of it. Only question you ask me, I know. I get no answer for that. My second be wondering why they don't show their boyfriend. Everybody that work in the government, no way. Nah. You have your job, but the day you kiss your man on Facebook, job end. Lami family, don't make me tell you something. Two big guys say the CIA gained 25 billion, UAE gained 25 billion, 50 billion, the trade was successful. Oh man. See the other one. The thing turning to phone now say, we get no industry, no investment, no nothing. Why are you coming to capture carbon here? Look, my man, y'all stop looking at me. Oh, y'all don't kill me, man. The guy ain't talking all kind of thing now. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank all of you too. They got too funny. He said, we're not getting no industry here, no investment, no smoke in there. What did they come and capture here? El DeSanto said, not even millions, but billions. I tell you, your whole country debt for 200 years is 1.2 billion. Then somebody can tell you, say, we get 50 billion. Your whole budget, it can be 800 million. It's a quarter billion short of, it's a quarter of a billion short of a billion. Eh? Then you say 50. That 50 years budget you're looking for, you'll be living, sir. I have 2 here, well, there's something and Sonny. You just get a jet of money. And I'm selective. Joseph said, why are you selective? The thing going far, Joseph, please, Wablo, the thing going far. Oh, you want me to come do, when I finish doing all the things so I can get cross out? Something wrong with you, eh? I think that the cigarette smoke or the cigar and they can be smoking, they come and collect the smoke for 50 billion. Vani Saki, considering how terrible week 1 of the biometric voter registration system was, what do you predict if nothing done to improve the system? What can be done to improve the system? Absolutely nothing. The system is broken and it will remain like that. I don't care what you do. It's over. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Van DJ, the best DJ in the whole of Asia, based in China. Van DJ P. What's up? How you doing? Then you go to Nigeria to capture the carbon that Monrovia that is less than 20 miles around the whole city. They put on chaos with laughter. That new thing, your girl. That monopoly, look at that King Pookie female. He said that monopoly. My man, I feel all I want to say, no electricity, no efficient electricity. Then you talking about car. I go. You see the thing I can be telling you? They check it out, they talk stupid thing. You see the thing I can be telling you? Electricity we can see yourself for the smoke to be going in the air. What the point I can be thinking with stupid? Eh? Oh Lord. Small boy Mutari. Will he accept a job from JMB if he wins? That company JMB will be running? Government is for everybody. Serve your country. Forget about me as a person. But when call up to serve your country and its people. Okay, Rebecca Carbo, see you. All right, DJ P, I see you. Carbon from the Kobo. Look at the other person again. L. DeSanto Sr. He said, carbon from the Kobo shop. Oh, look at my Dorison. He said they will go to Chibeka Resort. That thought he showed you. Because he know that again. You know. He said, I play the pool, go to the car. Oh, God. My Dorison, they went to Jamaica to collect the carbon. I see her, man. I see her. If I laugh too much, I get sick.